Lesson 3. Giving credit to sources. Lesson 3 discusses the ways we give credit to our sources for all subjects: math, science, English, social studies, and so on. So now that we understand what plagiarism is and how to avoid it, the next step is to document our sources accurately so that we can avoid it. Keep in mind that whenever we quote or paraphrase someone else's words or ideas, we need to give credit to the source. Always ask your instructor which documentation style he or she is using so you know how to document your sources and reference lists accordingly. Usually, math and science programs use APA format, while English and social sciences use MLA format. Although APA, American Psychological Association, and MLA, Modern Language Association, differ in how they want their sources to be documented or to look in your paper or lab report, the premise of documentation is the same. Both APA and MLA want you to show where you got your information from, and both want two things in your paper: in-text citations and a list of references. The way these are documented, though, is different in each format. When you want to quote or paraphrase someone, APA and MLA requires immediate feedback on the source consulted. They want what's called an in-text citation. Remember the Albert Einstein quote in the previous video? The information in brackets at the end of the quote is an in-text citation. APA and MLA will want to know the author name and a page reference, if there is one. In this case, there is no page reference. The information was found online. The author name of the article is enough in this case. The quote is also provided indirectly, hence the QTD in before the author name. This is because Simone had quoted Albert Einstein, and we are giving credit to Simone for including Einstein's quote. APA will also want to know the year the information was created, as remaining current in research is important to APA subjects such as science. Whichever documentation style you are using, you should know how to create an in-text citation. The other thing you need to include with either documentation style is a reference list. This is found at the end of your paper and lists all the sources you consulted for your paper or lab report. APA calls this a reference list, while MLA calls it a works cited. Both are reference lists. Just be sure to know which documentation style you are using and document the reference list accordingly. Lastly, it is important to note that there is a relationship between the in-text citations and the reference list. The in-text citations are a map of sort that lead the reader to the reference list for more information. So be sure that what is included in the in-text citations is also included in the reference list. For more information on how to create in-text citations and a reference list for either APA or MLA format, consult a Canadian Writer's Reference, the OWL Online Writing Lab, our Bow Valley College Library, or your tutor or instructor. The Bow Valley College Library offers helpful seminars on APA format, and you can visit them anytime to ask a question about finding sources or documenting them. As you journey through your academic studies, trust yourself and your ideas, and give credit where credit is due.